What's up guys, Frazier here for Complex News. Sports Illustrated published an explosive report about the Dallas Mavericks late Tuesday night. In it, SI reporters John Wertheim and Jessica Luther shined a light on the alleged sexual misconduct involving high-ranking Mavericks employees that has reportedly become pervasive within the franchise over the last decade. They also pointed out the apparent negligence that has been shown by those at the very top of the organization, including team owner Mark Cuban. According to the report, former Mavs team president and CEO Turdima Usry, who joined the team back in the late 1990s prior to Cuban buying the team before leaving in 2015, was accused of sexual misconduct and acting inappropriately towards female Mavs employees on numerous occasions throughout his tenure with the team. Several of those women told SI that Usry frequently made sexually inappropriate comments toward them while they worked for the Mavs. They also revealed Usry had gotten into the habit of touching women within the workplace. Outside of speaking on Usry's alleged sexual misconduct, several of the women interviewed also talked about how the Mavs brass appeared to turn a blind eye to the allegations. According to the SI report, Mavs employees were frustrated with the way Mavericks human resources head Buddy Pittman, who was hired in 1998 shortly after the very first sexual misconduct allegations were made against Usry, handled complaints against the Mavs president. They told SI Pittman did little to stop Usry from behaving the way he did, and they suggested the Mavs working culture eventually devolved into, quote, a real-life animal house. One woman interviewed by SI even revealed that she was once told to, quote, shut up and do your job when she reported sexual misconduct on the part of Usry to the Mavericks' former vice president of marketing, Paul Monroe. Usry, for his part, released a statement to SI. I am deeply disappointed that anonymous sources have made such outright false and inflammatory accusations against me. During my career with the Mavericks, I have strived to conduct myself with character, integrity, and empathy for others. During my nearly 20-year tenure with the Mavs, I am not aware of any sexual harassment complaints about me or any findings by the organization that I engaged in inappropriate conduct. The sexual misconduct allegations aren't the only aspect of the SI story making headlines right now either. Wertheim and Luther also broke down the way the Mavs chose to handle a series of domestic violence incidents involving a team reporter from Mavericks.com. According to the report, Earl K. Snead was accused of hitting a female colleague he was dating in 2014, just 2 years after he pled guilty to assaulting an ex-girlfriend in a separate domestic violence incident. But despite the allegations against him, the Mavs continued to allow Snead to work for them, which eventually forced the female employee he had been dating to leave the organization and seek employment elsewhere. Now, the Mavericks attempted to get ahead of the SI report by releasing a statement right before it was published on Tuesday night, which says they're launching an investigation into the allegations made against the team and some of its former and current employees right away. Mark Cuban also spoke with SI in the report and denied any knowledge of any of the allegations made within it. This is all new to me. The only awareness I have is because I heard you guys were looking into some things. Based off of what I've read here, we just fired our HR person. I don't have any tolerance for what I've read. It's wrong, it's abhorrent. It's not a situation we condone. I can't tell you how many times, particularly since all this stuff has been coming out recently, I asked our HR director, do we have a problem? Do we have any issues I have to be aware of? And the answer was no. He went on to vow to make things right within the organization. Obviously there's a problem in the Mavericks organization and we've got to fix it. That's it. And we're going to take every step. It's not something we tolerate. I don't want it. It's not something that's acceptable. I'm embarrassed, to be honest with you, that it happened under my ownership and it needs to be fixed. Period. End of story. Some are skeptical regarding Cuban though. One woman who spoke with SI said, trust me, Mark knows everything that goes on, while others who have read the SI report have suggested it would be nearly impossible for Cuban to not know something about the allegations, given the fact that some of them are 2 decades old. Snead shared a statement with the Dallas Morning News. While both instances described in the report are damning and language used is not accurate, the 2 relationships described in the report are not something I am proud to have been a part of. The NBA has responded to the SI report in a statement. The league said it plans to monitor the Mavericks' investigation into the allegations that were made in the report before taking any action. You can read the full extensive report on Sports Illustrated. We'll have more updates on the story as it develops. For Complex, I'm Frazier.